Hi and welcome to my channel. If you're new here for the first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. A bit about me. First, I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I pick up on energy prior to a reading. I will then come and use my tarot and oracle decks to further clarify the message. All of my readings are timeless, so whenever you stumble across this reading, you are meant to find it. All of the decks that I use on my channel are my own designs because I am also an illustrator. Now, this particular reading is part of a series of readings that I am doing, pulling in the energy of the number 9. 2025 this year is representative, if you add those numbers up, of the number 9. And now 9 symbolizes completion. But the energy I'm pulling through is that collectively we are in a huge period of gestation. If you think about the number 9, you can think about pregnancy, a huge period of rebirth, culminating at the end of the year with the 999 portal, which is a portal that doesn't happen every year. So it will be the 9th of September 2025, 999. The last time that happened was 2016. I'm pulling in the energy of the two Marys, not a religious reading, but I'm pulling in those two archetypal energies. We're looking at Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene. One of them birthed a baby, one of them helped birth a religion. As I said, that number 9 is endings, it's closure, a big gestational period that we are going through. So this introduction to this reading will actually be housed at the start of all of the readings, just to give you a bit of context and so I don't have to repeat myself across the readings. So if you get to the second reading, and you've already heard it, I'll put the timestamps in the description. I'm just going to give you some more information as to the messages that were coming through. I was hearing the word novena, which means 9 days. This year is the year of the snake. The snake sheds skin. So rebirth, rebirthing, shedding our old skin into a frequency that now resonates with our soul. So when I'm talking about shedding your old skin, I'm talking about potentially your spiritual beliefs, because this year and for the next 18 months, from January 2025 through to midway in 2026, the North Node is in Pisces. Now, Pisces is spirituality. And if you think about that context with the two Marys, Pisces, the fish, is also the symbol of Jesus, which is somebody that was connected to those two women. One birthed Jesus, one helped Jesus actually bring about a spiritual revolution. The previous reading that I did, if you want to know more about what's happening collectively in terms of this spiritual revolution, this big gestational period collectively we've been in for the last 2,000 years, it's just coming to a head this year. That 999 portal in September is an opening up to spiritual truth, a searching for spiritual truth, and an acknowledgement of the things that you've potentially been avoiding on a personal level, but on a collective level. I was also picking up bee energy. You think of bee energy, you think of the queen bee. And the symbolism around the words rebirth, Mother Mary, the Virgin Mary, Mary Magdalene, and 999. Now, if you watch my previous readings, I use gematria code, which is a technique used to align alphanumerically numbers to letters, which gives each word or a phrase a numerical value. And then you can look at, a bit like you would do with a thesaurus, you can look at words that are similar in alphanumeric value. So the words that align alphanumerically with Mother Mary: first trimester, Constantine the Great. Now, back in the mid-300s, Constantine actually changed religions, but he actually was responsible for allowing Christianity to be practiced legally, because for about 250 years after Jesus, it was illegal to practice. And his mother, in fact, Helena, her name was, actually went on a pilgrimage and brought back fragments of the cross from the tomb of Jesus. She was the patron saint of bad marriages and converts. But interesting, that tie in again with that divine feminine energy, that mother energy. Mother Mary is also symbolized in gematria alongside the words Snow White, the Great Awakening, the Bride of Christ, Heaven on Earth, the Virgin Mary, a star is born, and divine union. Now the Virgin Mary in gematria code 1356 is the number. I'm the captain now. And it's got that feeling of taking leadership, taking ownership. Mother has spoken. Mary Magdalene, 624. Payphone, discouragement, night and day, and remember Pearl Harbor. Triplets, golden hour, Carrington, mental health, blessed by God, and the female Christ. 999, lines with the words songbird, first dragon, emerald green, bird song, the children, eclipses. Now we've got one Friday, March 14th. Dragonfire, life goes on. All eyes on me, watermelon. Dionysus, the atomic bomb, earthquakes, the worm moon, the mother of God, and Palm Sunday. All of these words are lining back to symbolism of Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene. The other thing that was interesting, I got shepherdess and I also got Sarah Connor. Now, if you think about the Terminator movies, and I watched the author of those books talking about the Terminator movies being about the birth of Jesus, and the Matrix movies is where baby John Connor, is that his name? John Connor, in the Terminator movies, steps into his role as metaphorical Jesus in the Matrix. That's how those books were written. So as I said in the beginning, this rebirth energy, a rebirth that comes after the gestation, a change, that symbolism of the dance of creation, the cycles of life, the turning point, the current energy that we are in. So before we get into the tarot reading, if you haven't already, please subscribe. If the reading resonates with you, give it a like. Any of the songs, movies that I mention within this reading can be found in the description box. There might be more messages in them for you. And if you're called to any of my hand illustrated decks, the links to those can also be found in the description box. Hi, and welcome to this reading. I'm pulling through a very odd energy. Not an odd energy, but I was talking to one of my kids today about the readings that I've been doing and this rebirth energy. And what I've been hearing was you are the hurricane. And if you've not watched any of the previous readings in this series of readings, obviously I live in Australia, and we've got a big cyclone that's meant to hit the coast in and around the city that I live in the next couple of days. So there's been lots of cyclone themes coming through. And I just kept hearing prior to this reading, you are the hurricane. A rebirth that you are going through where so you think about any sort of storm that hits, it causes destruction. Oftentimes it comes out of nowhere. What I was actually getting was the Empress card, and the Empress card in the tarot is a symbol of Mother Mary. She brought about huge, significant change. And when you think about Mother Mary, in the context of the time that she lived in, she had to go and tell people that she was pregnant, and pregnant by immaculate conception. Huge, shocking events. You are the hurricane. Okay, I'm going to pull some cards. I want to see what angel is walking with you in this birth process. I want to say birth process. Political affairs and protection for travelers, 42. That card aligns with the Emperor. So we've just had the Empress card. You are balanced. And my puppy has just come to sit beside me. So we've got the Emperor and the Empress. The Emperor is number 4 in the tarot, and the Empress is number 3. Adds up to a 7. It's divine balance. Whatever energy that you are sitting in, whatever rebirth or birth you're about to tell the world about, you are sitting in balanced divine energy. It's your time. I've got number 13 on the bottom. Friendships. That's the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is Mercury in Virgo. Mercury is about communication, and Virgo, if I think of the Virgin Mary, something that you're about to communicate. And if you think about all of the things that Mary could have said that day when she came to her family, her friends, and said, hey, this angel appeared to me and said that I was going to fall pregnant, and there's no actual physical father. The father is the divine. You are the hurricane. Wow. Okay. Something that you're about to birth. Something that you're about to announce. Because Mercury in Virgo, Mercury is communication, and Virgo is the card of the Hermit. She had to go away for 9 months to conceal the pregnancy before she gave birth. So a birth that you are keeping, that you've kept hidden, that is going to shock the world. But the Page of Pentacles is the card of, it's the card of the student. There's some sort of spiritual lesson in this birth that you are, this person that you are becoming, that will act as a spiritual gift for the people around you, because the Page of Pentacles can also be seen as a gift. And we have the Friendships card for the people around you. Partnership on the bottom. Okay. Impenetrable energy. You are protected. Political affairs and protection for travelers. Whatever journey that you are on, whether it be when you have been in, I want to say incubation period, whether you have been in this gestational growth phase, or the phase now where whatever it is being birthed to the world, you are protected because you are on a spiritual journey. I'll get one more. Anything else? Grow and evolve. Your evolution, your growth is part of a spiritual lesson. You are the hurricane. You are part of a spiritual lesson. You're a tool that the divine is using as part of a bigger collective spiritual lesson through whatever you are birthing. Okay, let's get the Ten of Pentacles. That's the happily ever after card. Spiritually rich and sound. These are seeds that are planted by the divine. The Ten of Pentacles. That is so beautiful. And how funny is that? That's Mercury in Virgo again. So this card that was on the bottom, number 13, is Mercury in Virgo. It's the Page of Pentacles, which is the same as the Ten of Pentacles. So if you think about a little page, innocent, pure. Mary was pure. Innocent, pure. 9 months later, she ends up as essentially the Queen of Heaven. She was the hurricane that brought the change. The Queen of Heaven, the hidden change, the Ten of Pentacles. Actually, I'm going to keep that around. Might be something in that number 13 as well. And actually, when you think about this, what happened during that spiritual revolution? We had 2,000 years of the prominent religion, or the predominant religion, being Judaism. She birthed the man, Jesus, who would be the spiritual change for the next 2,000 years. And if I look at that, Mercury in Virgo, if I look at that, El is the Hebrew word for God. Number 13. A change, a spiritual change. Flipped the dialogue. And look, 71. Divine warrior and protection. And a 7. That L again. 7. Patience, learning and wisdom. A cheer. 5 of Pentacles. Divine warrior and protection. A 71. That's the 10 of Cups. Something you're about to birth that's going to turn things on their head like a hurricane. You are the hurricane, Hurricane Carter. And the world, it's going to turn the world on its head on the bottom. Okay, let's have a look at the energy around you. Crikey. The 10 of Wands. Now that change came about. The 10 of Wands is completion. The 10 of Wands is also Saturn in Sagittarius. It was a major spiritual revolution that came off the back of 2,000 years of hard lessons. Lots of things had started to happen within the predominant religion at the time when Mary fell pregnant. Lots of things were happening that didn't necessarily align with the original teachings of the church, and the spiritual belief is that Jesus came onto the earth to sacrifice for the sins of man, and in doing so, birthed a church. The 10 of Wands, Saturn in Sagittarius. The energy you're in at the moment. Wow, the Star. That's Aquarius energy. Pluto in Aquarius is the big 20-year transit that we are currently in. It started in January this year. Will go through until 2044. From January this year through until halfway through next year, we're also in a transit where the North Node, which is our collective point of destiny, so the Star is the point of destiny, where our collective point of destiny is in Pisces. Pisces is about spirituality. Once it finishes that 18-month transit in Pisces, it goes into Aquarius. So you are being lined up for a collective point of destiny. Part of whatever's happening at the moment is encompassed in some sort of collective, individual, spiritual lesson or spiritual alignment that's meant to bring in this rebirth. Because midway through next year, the node of destiny goes into Aquarius. Aquarius is a healing energy, but Aquarius is destiny. Aquarius is also the humanitarian. And if you go back, 2,000 years, 2,000 years, 2,000 years, and I did a big reading a couple of days ago. You can find it. It's basically a chain. I think the title is a spiritual revolution 2,000 years in the making. So we started off, and we're working in reverse on the astrological chart. We started off during the reign of the pharaohs in a 2,000-year period where essentially the point of destiny, the collective point of destiny was in Taurus. Now, Taurus is the bull. And so in Egypt, of course, they worshipped the bull. Then we went into Aries, which is the ram, which is the 2,000 years when Judaism was the predominant religion. And then we went into the last 2,000 years, which has been Pisces, which is the fish. So think Jesus. And now we're going into 2,000 years where the collective point of destiny for this extended period of time, not just for the 18 months, is in Aquarius. Well, Aquarius is the humanitarian. So it's this changeover from, you know, if you think of Europe, that predominantly the religion in Europe is Christianity. This change from it being the predominant religion, and I would say to Islam, is what things are changing towards. Islam is the humanitarian. Some big collective change that you are a part of. The star. You might have a lot of Aquarius in your chart. Let's have a look. We've got the 5 of Pentacles on the bottom, left out in the cold. And I want to say, if you felt excluded in this lifetime, it's because it's part of the evolution of your soul to get you to the point where you grow and evolve. It's almost like you've been in an incubation period because you're meant to be the hurricane. If you think about a hurricane, a cyclone, it just sits out off the coast and builds and builds and builds. It's not out there partying with its friends. Single, solitary energy. Building, 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 building. The star. The energy in your soul. The Ace of Swords. That's Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth. Wow. You, and I imagine when you come forward and speak about this change that you've made, this birth that you're going through, you're going to do it with conviction and determination and almost a take no prisoners attitude. Because to become the hurricane, you have had to weather, the storm. What's the message from the man upstairs? King of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords. The King of Pentacles is Jupiter in Taurus, which is Mother Earth. Taurus is Mother Earth. Jupiter, 777. King of Pentacles. And the 4 of Swords, which is Jupiter in Libra. This is the message from the man upstairs. In this deck, the Wheel of Fortune card, which, let me just see if I can find it. The Wheel of Fortune card, which actually looks like a hurricane. There we go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The Wheel of Fortune card is Jupiter. It's 777. And I said to you before, because the card that was coming through was the Empress card, which is that divine feminine Mother Mary energy. And then you've got the Emperor card. So you've got this balanced hurricane, almost earth, wind, fire, balanced hurricane coming in. That is you. The 4 of Swords is balance. That's the healing, the star, which is you in the 3D. The healing that you've done on yourself to get yourself balanced. And this King of Pentacles, which is Jupiter in Taurus, it's this really, really grounded, beautiful Mother Earth energy. It's almost got this feeling like I'm getting Aang of Avatar, where you can command, what's the word I want to use? The elements. The elements, and then we have this L. The word God is within the word elements. You command the elements because you are divinely balanced. And if you think of all the women in the world that were gifted, literally gifted, the task of carrying the person that was going to change the world. You're being gifted something, and it's because you've done the work. Okay, the outcome of this being the hurricane, the Seven of Pentacles, it's been gifted the seed. You've been gifted the seed. The Seven of Pentacles in this deck is my Jacob and Rachel card. Now, Jacob and Rachel, they birthed the 12 tribes of Israel. Mary birthed Jesus, and Jesus birthed the 12 apostles and a new religion. You're being gifted the seed. You are the hurricane. And the Six of Swords on the bottom, which is Mercury in Aquarius. The rebel, the change maker. Moving friendships. I mean, on a small level, it can be moving the people in your life into a new spiritual direction. It can be bigger. A community that you're in into a new spiritual direction. It can be bigger. You know, take it as it resonates. But whatever it is that you are birthing, the seed that's being planted is part of the growth and evolution of whoever is around you. This is beautiful. Okay, let's get some cards on this Ten of Wands. The Nine of Cups, which is Jupiter again. That's Jupiter in Pisces. Spiritual revolution that you are birthing, and the Queen of Wands, standing in your power. That's the Moon in Leo. Standing in your power. Through this rebirth, you are the hurricane. Wow. Let's have a look. The Three of Swords. You've healed your own pain. Wow. We've got the Star on the Star. Destined, fated. You might have heavy Aquarius in your chart. The Three of Swords is Saturn in Libra. You've healed your own pain, and now you're birthing something that is going to heal collective pain and destined to happen. The Ace of Swords and the Empress on the bottom. The Ace of Swords. Let me have a look at this spiritual truth that you're coming forward. Honestly, this reading is incredible. That's the Wheel of Fortune. That's 777. You're turning the wheel. You're turning the spiritual wheel. Individually, within your smaller community, within your larger community. It's all cogs, right? Turning, turning, turning. What's that song? Turn, turn, turn. A time to give, a time. The cards, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords comes out. That is Archangel Michael's Sword of Truth. And then we have underneath it the Hierophant. So when the Ace of Swords comes out twice, what that's saying to me is what I'm saying is the truth. You, through whatever you are going to speak, the hurricane that you are going to bring is going to bring a spiritual truth. The Hierophant, many contexts of the Hierophant, but the Hierophant in this context is about religion, structures, things that we have been tied to, Christianity, for the past 2,000 years. A spiritual truth that it potentially isn't working anymore. People have, I was only thinking about this the other day. I was thinking about, you know, where Christianity was at the birth of Jesus and when he left. It was the beginnings of it. Now, it wasn't until 313, I think it was, that it was actually made legal to practice Christianity. But 1700 years later, the amount of people that are actually in church on a Sunday, now for me personally, I don't necessarily believe that, and I'm Christian, that my connection with God is found in a church. I have a very strong connection to my faith. But for many people, Christianity is just about Christmas, about how many presents you get under the tree, which actually has no connection to faith. I mean, it's called Christmas, as in Christ, the Mass of Christ, yet it's got no connection. It's become commercial. And this is why this change is coming through. This revolution, the wheel is turning. The Ace of Swords are truth. And the Hierophant can be connected with religion, but it's also a soul contract that you have with the man upstairs to be part of this revolutionary change. How beautiful is that? 2 stars, a Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords twice, the Hierophant, and the King of Pentacles. And heaps of references, 7 references, and references to God. The 4 of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. The 2 of Swords, which is the Moon in Libra, and the 7 of Cups, another 7. That's Venus in Pisces. You're part of a spiritual revolution. A beautiful brown and white butterflies it keeps flying up to my window and then flying away. Brown and white, transformation energy. And the 7 of Pentacles. Let's have a look at the seed that's being planted as part of your rebirth. Okay. Page of Wands. And the 10 of Cups. How beautiful. The 10 of Cups is Mars in Pisces, and the Page of Wands is Saturn in Sagittarius. These 2 people are apart, right? It's meant to bring people back into alignment, back into spiritual alignment with the seed that's been planted. The world is what that wants to split on. It's the end of this karmic cycle and the beginning of a new one, because the world flicks over. And look, we've got the Empress. The world flicks over to the Moon, which is the divine feminine. The world flicks over to the Fool card, which is Aquarius, which is major revolutionary change. It's also aligned with the internet, but it's also aligned with Uranus, which is the planet of sudden shocking events. 2, the soul. Sudden shocking events. The Wheel of Fortune, 2 stars, and 2 Ace of Swords plus the Hierophant. Spiritually shocking events. Anything else? New beginnings. Beautiful. You're part of a collective new beginning. Clearly decide what you want. That's about the people around you. Do you want to stay stuck in the rut spiritually of where you were, or are you going to evolve? Enemies. You may have people come up against you. Try and push back on a truth that you are trying to deliver in terms of a change that you've made. Playfulness. You've done the work. You don't need to worry. And we've got impenetrable energy, and this one was protection. You don't need to worry. Follow your gut. Anything else? Spying energy. People don't like what they don't understand. Struggling with personality patterns. Some people actually like to stay, even though they're not even though they're not spiritually rich and sound where they are, they will stay in the familiar even if it's not serving them because they're too afraid to move. Two Aquarius cards here. You're the rebel. You're the change maker. You are the hurricane. Hurricane Carter. Evil Eye. Yeah, they don't like what they don't know. And a maybe. I would say they're inquisitive, but they're just serendipity, transformation, and ascension. They're all, everybody's on their own journey, and, you know, sometimes the change maker, the hurricane, is just brought in to facilitate that change. You're not meant to do the work for them. You're almost meant to jumpstart the car, which is what I had before. The two Ace of Swords, the jump starting of the car. A moon. Let's get a moon. You're the catalyst for change. And if you think about Mother Mary, she birthed the baby. Mary Magdalene then went on, once Jesus became a man, to birth a religion. Waxing like a Cheshire cat, the moon whispers, believe in your wildest dreams. Don't give up. New moon in Virgo, nudging you to spread kindness and generosity instead of being a cosmic hoarder. What are you holding on to? I think they came through in a reading. Another reading I did today. Let's have a look. The Nodes of Destiny. This is, the 5th house is Leo. South Node in the 5th house. South Node cozying up in the 5th house. Your creative vibes are off the charts. But watch out for that sneaky desire to stand out too much. Your quest. Break free from seeking approval and celebrate the quirks in everyone. This is where our soul feels snug. The stuff we got to let go of to spread our wings. Your creative vibes are off the charts. But watch out for that sneaky desire to stand out too much. What that says to me is you're the catalyst for the change, but you're not the poster girl for the change or the poster boy for the change. And South Node in Sagittarius. Sagittarius South Nodes aren't about the drama. They're all about honesty and optimism, just a tad wary of getting let down. Their hopeful hearts often feel a bit exposed. The Sagittarius South Node is like a wise old sage guiding us to let go in order to soar higher spiritually. So that's almost the opposite of. This one's about letting it all go to your head. And this one is about holding back too much. So it's a balance. But we had the Emperor and the Empress energy. So you are balanced. You are balanced. Okay, this is my love songs deck. Let's see if there's a song. Oh, look at that. Beautiful soul. Why is this happening to you? Why is this beautiful birth happening to you or rebirth happening to you? Because you are a beautiful soul. I don't want another pretty face. I don't want just anyone to hold. I don't want my love to go to waste. I want you and your beautiful soul. You're the only one I want to chase. You're the only one I want to hold. I won't let another minute go to waste. I want you and your beautiful soul. You're balanced. That's why it's happening. This rebirth is happening because you are balanced. Avatar. What's his name? Aang. The Circle Game. Joni Mitchell. She's a great songwriter, actually. Joni Mitchell. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return. We can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. That is the circle of life, the change of the seasons. You know, if I think about Avatar, you know, the hurricane, you are balanced. And you are turning the wheel of fortune, the spiritual wheel of fortune. That's what you're turning, the circle. Okay. And these are love messages, but I want messages from your higher self. Patience and planning. It's been a long process for you. Karmic connections. Now, that was what I was talking about. The hurt and the pain, the things that you've been left out of, the things that you've had to endure on your own, because we've had the Star card there, which is healing, the internal healing that you've had to do through all of the toxic karmic connections that you've had in your life, has actually brought you into this balance. I would love to see you and talk to you. I know there is important things we need to discuss. I have never forgotten you. I'm going to do one more. Just take these as they resonate. I think you may have misunderstood me. Maybe you didn't realize all the things that you had to go through were actually pointing you on a journey. This is God saying there was purpose in every karmic connection that you had. I have never forgotten you, because you are, I want to say, a part of God's army for this revolutionary spiritual change that is happening in the collective through whatever rebirth you are about to spring on the people around you through bringing in this hurricane. I'm ready to leave my old life behind. That's the birth. I'm ready to actually stand up and say, and maybe you have gotten a divorce. Maybe you have left a workplace. Maybe you have left a career. Maybe you have moved country. Maybe you have changed religion. But whatever it is, it's going to bring in a helicopter today. Whatever it is, it's going to bring in some revolutionary change, and you're going to shock people. It's unexpected, but you are on a different journey to the people around you. Okay. Let's get some Scrabble tiles in here. Scrabble tiles, letters and numbers on them. I'll call both out. Just take them as they resonate. Does it make a little bit of noise? Yes, when I shake it. If you've got hearing sensitivity, just turn your volume down. I'm going to shake it in 3, 2, 1. Is that it? C and a 3, a V, CV, curriculum vitae, and a Q and a 10. Let's do a couple more. Okay, we have an M and a 3, an O and a 1, an N and a 1, a B and a 3. What does NB stand for? A P and a 3, a U and a 1. Somebody wants you to stay put. They don't want you to rebirth, but you're not. You're moving on. A H and a 4, a higher ground, a G and a 2, an S and a 1, a Y and a 4, an I and a 1, if, an F and a 4, a D and a 2, and a W and a 4. Feel free to pause that and see if you can make out any words. I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to get you 3 final cards. Whoa, the Devil. 2 of Wands. So that's Capricorn energy. It's also Saturn energy. The 2 of Wands is Mars in Aries, which is making plans. The Sun in Aries, and the 7 of Cups, which is Venus in Pisces. And on the bottom, we've got the Queen of Cups. I want to say, not gender specific, you are the Queen of Cups. What does that want to split on? The Hanged Man. You are part of the epiphany, the revolutionary change that's meant to happen in the collective, the world. A revolutionary change that's meant to happen in the collective. Venus in Pisces. Pisces is spirituality. It's about a reigniting of the spiritual connection that we have within ourselves, but that we have within the greater community, and the removal of anything that's toxic and that doesn't align. It's new plans so that bigger and better ships can come in. Seven of Cups. The Empress and the Queen of Cups. How beautiful is that? Because we are going round and round and round in circles, and it's time for big revolutionary change. I'm going to get you one of these, one more. Healing and transformation on the bottom. Let's see. Life path, something you're meant to do, and life purpose. And again, healing and transformation on the bottom. Well, good luck to you for this big revolutionary change that you are about to make. This big rebirth. Actually, do I have that? Birth. I thought I had birth, but I don't. Tea. Let's move that out of the way. We don't want that there. Okay, that's what I've got for you. Thank you so much for joining me. All the best on this journey that you are on, the spiritual journey that you are on. If the reading resonates with you, please give it a like. If you are called to any of my tarot or oracle decks, the links to those can be found in the description box. Also, as I said before, the songs or any movies that I mentioned will also be found there. Please take a look at the music videos, the lyrics. There might be more messages in them for you. Thanks again, and I will see you again in another reading.